The moment I realized I was not just afraid of money, I was afraid of breaking family rules, everything changed. What if your money blocks aren't yours? What if they're inherited stories that you're meant to free? Hi, I'm Anne-Claire, and today we're going to talk about something that changed my life. The invisible family loyalties that keep us small when it comes to money, success, and joy. For years, I couldn't understand why. Even though I was doing everything right on paper, I always hit a ceiling. I would manifest money, but just enough. I would build a bit of a success, but suddenly feel really anxious and try to sabotage it. It was as if a part of me didn't want it or didn't feel deserving of it. Until I realized I wasn't resisting money, I was being loyal. So today we're going to explore that, how these invisible bonds form and how to recognize them, and how to finally set yourself free to create abundance from your heart. So family loyalties, what are they? The invisible threads that connect us to our parents, grandparents, and ancestors. They are made of love, but also fear and guilt and survival. Even if you've moved far away, even if you've healed so much already, whether you get along or not with your family, you may still be unconsciously living by their rules because a part of you wants to belong, to stay close, to make sure that you're not betraying them. We repeat their sentences without noticing. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are selfish. You have to work hard to deserve success. These words become codes in our subconscious. We organize our life around them. As a coach, I love to offer powerful questions, so grab your notebooks. What sentences about money or success were you often said in your childhood? Which of them still shape your behavior today, even if you don't agree with them anymore? We're going to look together at a few examples. If your family believed that money makes people selfish, you might limit your income to remain kind and generous and humble. If your mother often said that you have to suffer to succeed, you might complicate everything unconsciously because ease feels unsafe and maybe unfair. If in your lineage women depend on men, you might avoid making more money than your partner or feel guilty for wanting independence. We think we're doing the right thing. We think we're being good daughters and good sons. But what we're really doing is staying loyal to their pain instead of evolving their story. So, big question for you. Who are you still trying to protect by staying small? Whose approval are you still seeking by struggling? A little bit about my own story. I grew up in a modest environment. Both my parents were civil servants in France, devoted, stable. They told me that safety comes from a fixed salary and that success was mostly about endurance, not joy. My grandparents didn't have much either. My grandmother, born in Morocco, grew up in poverty. I always saw her bitter and sad and worried. She actually tried to end her life several times. And my own mother took her life in 2023. Myself, I have carried anxiety for years, insomnia, fear of not doing enough, fear of becoming like them. But I was also loyal to their sadness, loyal to their way of surviving. Through therapy, transgenerational work, and coaching, I began to understand that I could love them deeply and still choose differently, and sometimes, when necessary, cut cords. That freedom didn't mean betrayal. It meant healing the line. So what emotions or story are you still carrying for your family? And if you let it go, what would you fear of losing? Their love, their approval, your identity? Imagine you are like a tree. Your roots, your family. Your trunk, your own experiences. Your branches and fruits and flowers. Your expression, your creativity. Your way of sharing abundance with the world. Now, if your roots are full of fear or lack, the whole tree feels it. But the miracle is, you can still change the soil while keeping the same roots. You can nourish yourself differently with awareness, with compassion, with courage. And you are not here to cut your roots. You are here to let the tree evolve. So what new soil do you want to grow from trust, joy, creativity, and faith? What branches are ready to bloom if you stop apologizing for who you are? Many of us are the first ones in our lineage to consciously heal our relationship with money and abundance. The first to go to therapy, the first to read books on wealth consciousness, the first to take responsibility for our mindset. Our ancestors didn't have access to these tools. They did the best they could. And now it's your turn, my turn, to carry the torch differently. What if their souls from the other side are whispering, please, please do better than us, be freer than we were, love deeper, prosper more. I believe so. Ask yourself, what would your grandmother or grandfather tell you if they could see you being courageous today? Maybe they're still alive, you can ask them. What if your success was actually their answered prayer? So let's dive deeper now. How to transform family money beliefs. Let's do it together. You're going to start by writing down one limiting belief about money that feels heavy, like a truth you've carried for too long. Maybe it's, I'm not good enough with money. Maybe I don't deserve abundance. Maybe money will change me. And then ask yourself, who said this first? To whom does this belief keep you loyal? Is it your mother, your father, your culture, maybe your whole family? Then ask, is it absolutely true? Can I find examples that prove the opposite? You may want to pause this video because we're going to dive deeper. Then you're going to feel what it has cost you to keep this belief. The decisions avoided, the opportunities missed, the joy delayed. Acknowledge that. And when it's done, you're going to choose a new belief. I choose to believe that my abundance is a gift for the world. I choose to believe that money amplifies my love. I choose to believe that ease is actually safe, keeps me healthy, vital. And you're going to anchor those new beliefs in your body. How does it feel to believe this, even if it's 1 minute? And from this belief, what action could you take today that would make this new reality possible? This is a big one. You're going to dive deeper. Take your time after watching the video. For now, close your eyes with me and imagine that you stand here and behind you, hundreds of your ancestors are watching you with love. Say softly inside of you, thank you for all you have lived. I honor your courage and your pain. I release what no longer belongs to me. I stay loyal only to love. And I choose to create abundance in harmony with my soul. Feel the relief, the warmth, the peace. You are not betraying them by being free. You are fulfilling their deepest wish. You are the abundance your ancestors prayed for. And the world needs that version of you, the one that is no longer afraid to receive. If this conversation touched something deep in you, imagine what could happen if you spent more time doing this work with guidance, tools, and heart. I invite you to check my offerings on this topic on my website, as well as my book, Millionaire from the Heart, a journey to rewire your relationship with money through love and presence. It's not about learning how to chase money. It's about remembering who you are when you stop hiding behind old stories. Come join me. It's time to make peace with money once and for all. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your courage. I'll see you in the next video.